Hello again, and welcome to our final day of the 2020 Real Heroes Awards. I'm Josh Howes. What an astonishing few days this has been. These individuals behind these stories have exhibited extraordinary acts of heroism. Don't worry if you missed them. We will tell you where you can go back and watch these again and again and again.
That's right, Josh. Hello again. I'm Julie Taylor. These awards give us an opportunity to recognize the good work of good people and to celebrate the mission of the American Red Cross. On this final day of awards, we will find that fires, floods, and icy conditions can be a recipe for true disasters and emergencies, but can also bring out the best of us.
Well, there you go. Another year of Real Heroes, and our mission continues. But we're not quite done yet. There's more stories to tell, and I get to have the last and final words. ConocoPhillips supports a lot of organizations in the community. We support the Red Cross because we believe their mission is relevant and is real. Now, as Alaskans, there's a few things we have to do. Do you know that American Red Cross will install smoke detectors in your house for free? As Alaskans, we have to do our part. And there's something I would like you to do as soon as this event is over. I want you to check your smoke alarms. I want you to think about having an emergency plan for getting your family out of a burning house and have an emergency kit available so you can take that with you. Do you know how long it takes to get out of a burning house? How long you should be able to get out of that house? 2 minutes is what they say. Now, Red Cross is all about preparation. They're there when we need them. And one of the things they do very well is they prepare for disasters. Like them, we have to do our part and we have to prepare. We have to plan and we have to practice. So please do your part.
That's great. My family and I just moved into our new place. We just checked out our smoke alarm and we're good to go. Hi, my name is Kyle McCutcheon, Government Account Manager with Verizon. Verizon prepares year-round for natural disasters and other emergencies so customers can rely on the company's network to keep them, their families, friends, and employees connected. Even when the unexpected strikes, Verizon Wireless is there when it matters most. In addition to our commitment to connecting the public safety community, the Verizon response team is available 24/7 to provide emergency assistance to government agencies, emergency responders, nonprofits, and our communities. We take immense pride in our partnership with the American Red Cross of Alaska, across the United States and around the world, in the pursuit of saving lives and helping people prevent, prepare, and respond to emergencies. The Alaska wilderness brings its own challenges, and it's a place where disaster response is perhaps more important than anywhere. Verizon would like to present the Alaska Safety Award to the Matsu Borough Water Rescue Team.
First night was through the night, just about finished up for the night. Got a call back before we even got back here, and then continued on with first thing at first light. We went back and for the next few days. My name is Gary Klink, and I am Chief of the Water Rescue and Dive Team for the Matanuska-Susitna Borough.
I am Whitney Martin with the Water Rescue Team. I am a Rescue Tech 2, which means we're swiftwater, mud rescue, ice rescue, certified, CPR, all that good stuff.
My name is Jose Camacho, and I'm part of the dive team for about 4 years.
My name is Molly Swanson. I am a rescue technician 2 with the Matsu Dive and Water Rescue Team.
There is only one water rescue and dive team for the borough, and it's based out of this building. And so we're as close to the middle as you can get. But if you have a call 100 miles one direction and have another call 100 miles the other direction, it's problematic, and that's just the way it is. We initially got the call at about 11:30 at night on a Saturday night.
When we got that call, it was a little confusing because it said that there was a flood in Willow, and it's the middle of winter, and it's below zero. When we got up to the scene, there was a lot of swift water flowing. It was pretty deep. I'm not that tall, and it was up to about my hips.
And it would just send ice chunks into your shins and your knees. So, you got pretty beat up, but, we were out there for a job, and we're, just trying to help out the community who was also, just having a rough night.
I think what was unique about this one was that because of the flood, it cut those residents off from civilization. As a matter of fact,
so it was a matter of just helping people get people and dogs and things in and out, supplies in, and just trying to figure out how best to mitigate the flooding. So
we'll be keeping going for 5 days, I think. 4 or 5 days we went. It was very cold.
They like what they do. They're out there doing this sort of thing on a regular basis year round. Jose, I asked him if he needed to go to work after 3 or 4 days. He was out there all day, every day. He said, no, I'd rather be here. It was about 25 below, and he was standing in water when he said that, and he had a smile on his face. So.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole, and I'm a store manager for the Walmart in Anchorage, Alaska, located on A Street. Walmart has been a proud sponsor of the Red Cross of Alaska Military Law Enforcement Rescue Heroes Award for a number of years now. We greatly appreciate the efforts of the military and law enforcement agencies to keep us safe in our community. We are doing everything we can to help strengthen our community of families, friends, and associates. We're proud to say that the work we do makes a real difference on the real issues that matter to all of us and drives meaningful change in a meaningful way. Thank you to all of the heroes in our community that go above and beyond to keep us safe. And in particular, this year's military rescue heroes, the Alaska Rescue Coordination Center, and the Alaska National Guard PJs and Aircrew.
The morning of June 10th at 1:30 in the morning, I got a call from the Alaska State Troopers saying that there's been a bear attack and a person needs immediate medical attention. So I got some more information from the troopers. It was 650 miles northwest of Anchorage. Immediately, I knew I would be contacting the 176th Wing, the rescue triad, the 210th, 211th, and 212th.
Well, it was 2 a.m. when I got the phone call, and I jumped out of bed because I knew that with only 2 hours left on our alert cycle, if they were calling us, it had to have been emergent, that they couldn't wait 2 hours for the next fresh crew to come on. So jumped out, got coffee, got out of the house as fast as possible.
The injuries reported to me was a broken arm, lacerations, and bleeding a lot with bear bites all over his body.
The time we got the phone call, it was expected that this is most likely going to be a jump operation, and so we prepared accordingly.
Once the Aircrew got airborne,
every second counted in that moment, and both Cody and Jeremy are really good PJs and good medically, so they were able to make that determination, pass the recommendation on to the aircraft commander, who in turn, with approval from the ops group commander, went ahead and went for the jump.
See, we jumped off the ramp 3,000 feet. We immediately started trying to orient ourselves to the survivor. We saw something moving in the alders under canopy. Jeremy initially thought it might have been the survivor and his party moving, but it turns out it was not. Whether it was the bear or not, I'm not going to speculate, but it definitely started steering us towards an offset drop zone. And we landed about 800 meters from the survivor.
Everything went beautifully. They're very experienced guys, so.
We called the C-130 and had him do a show of force, which is something usually fighter jets do overseas to show that they've got teeth and they can drop bombs. We had the C-130 flying low and loud over our position, hopefully, possibly scaring that animal off if he was still out there, because we were unarmed. And then once we got to that big group, his hunting guide had some weapons, so we felt a lot better. I felt like I could go heads down and start stopping the bleeding, starting the breathing, make sure he's doing good.
And everything was just coordinated perfectly between the RCC, the handover of care.
Once we had him in the C-130, we then landed back in Anchorage and we loaded him on a second helicopter, the Army helicopter that Katie mentioned. And that was about a 15-minute flight to Providence Medical Center, where we land on the helipad on the roof.
This group is so trained and knows exactly what to do that it's kind of, I wouldn't say anticlimactic, but when everybody knows their job and their place, there's nothing but calm, slow, cool, collected actions.
I knew that when I got him to the trauma team at Providence Medical Center, that he was going to be in good hands. And that was a sense of relief and a sense of job satisfaction that I don't think I'm ever going to get again. It was one of the highlights of my career. And I was just very grateful to have been a part of it and played a small piece in it.
Hi, I'm Ella Goss. I currently serve as the Chief Executive Officer for Providence Alaska Medical Center. Providence Health and Services Alaska is honored to support this 2020 Real Heroes Award celebration because we recognize, now more than ever, the critical role the Red Cross plays during times of uncertainty in our state and our community. The Sisters of Providence came to Alaska over 115 years ago with a mission to serve the poor and most vulnerable. That continues to be our mission today. And just like the Red Cross, we're committed to helping Alaskans during times of great need. Providence Health and Services Alaska honors the recipients of the Adult Good Samaritan Hero Award each year because this award reflects our commitment to each other as friends, neighbors, and fellow Alaskans.
Needless to say, they missed the corner. They crossed the center line and they head-on the car in front of me, the SUV, right in front of me. I'm Pete Hoogenboom, and I am a project manager for Connect Construction.
I'm Aaron Verba, and I'm a mechanic here at Connect Construction.
Aaron and I left, I think it was close to 5 o'clock in the morning, somewhere between 5 and 6. It was dark, October 12th.
We were headed to Whittier, do some paving.
We got up to about mile 66, right before the top of Turnagain Pass. I noticed a car, oncoming car, hadn't seen many, it was just that time of day on the roads. But this car, it wasn't traveling at a super high rate of speed, but it was like going probably faster than it should have, so I'm not sure they were aware of the road conditions. Needless to say, they missed the corner. They crossed the center line, and they head-on the car in front of me, the SUV, right in front of me.
He jumped out, I jumped out, we ran back, and we heard a lot of screaming. The one lady that was off to the side, there was another vehicle. You couldn't see her at all. There was just a lot of stuff in the vehicle.
Turned on my beacon, started to try to assess who was where and what was going on. So I walked over to that car and found there was 3 occupants. The goal became to get the people out of that car. I remembered having a log chain, tow chain in the back of my pickup. We hooked onto the window frame of that car, and I started to tug on the door, hoping that we could pop it open, but it didn't.
I thought, well, we can get through this door hinge because I've got a saw and I've got a grinder. So we ended up cutting the back hinges on the passenger side, got the door open.
So I sat there and talked to her, and she learned about me and I learned about her, and I just kept her occupied answering questions and trying to keep her conscious until help got there.
By then we'd had somebody actually go up and call the troopers or whoever to get the ambulance over there.
I'm glad that we were able to try to make the situation outcome as good as it could be, considering what happened.
Hello, my name is Buddy Kessler, President and CEO of the Alaska Maritime Prevention and Response Network, and the board chair of the American Red Cross of Alaska Board of Directors. It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of the 2020 Real Heroes Awards. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we were not able to gather as a group this year to recognize the courageous acts of several Alaskans who selfishly stepped up to save a life. However, as Alaskans, we remain undeterred, resilient, and creatively resourceful, as is our nature, to bring our community together virtually to recognize our real heroes. Over the last 3 days, you have had the opportunity to meet 2020 Real Heroes Awards recipients and award sponsors, learn important preparedness tips, and hear about the life-saving work of the American Red Cross. The American Red Cross's goal as a humanitarian organization is to save lives, relieve suffering, and maintain human dignity. This is what the Red Cross does every day, throughout our great state, our country, and the world. The American Red Cross shelters, feeds, and provides emotional support to victims of disasters, teaches skills that saves lives, and supports military members and their families through a huge volunteer force and the generosity of donors like you. Your financial gift will help us to respond to disasters and emergencies throughout our great state. I am constantly in awe of our Red Cross volunteers. They unselfishly lend their talents to compassionately help their neighbors and community during a disaster. Supporting our volunteers is giving them the tools and the resources to alleviate suffering can only be achieved through your generous donation to the American Red Cross. Thanks to a generous matching gift from the Block Foundation, your gift could be matched up to $25,000. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we commend all the 2020 Real Hero recipients of frontline workers, first responders, and the many brave men, women, and children who courageously acted to save a life and be a humanitarian. Thank you for your support. Stay safe and be well.
Hey, thank you, buddy, for helping us cap off another great Real Heroes Award, this being our 21st edition, and happy to have done this together. Well said, and thank you for your participation, your support, and your enthusiasm for this awesome event.
Thank you for joining us as we've celebrated some extraordinary Alaskan heroes.
All of these videos will be available online at the address listed on your screen. Thank you for supporting the American Red Cross in Alaska.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.